Good evening, folks. I'm Baroque and welcome back to Space Marine 2. We've had a grand old time with this one, and I'm sure we'll return to it in the future, but for now, this will be our last stream of the PvP. Without further ado, let's get stuck in and wage more eternal war. We managed to unlock the last set of Bulwark cosmetics I wanted yesterday. Silly hawk wings on the face. The honor guard stuff. I love it. Hello AJ in the chat. Good to see you. The next round of RPG at your table is going to be a 40k murder mystery. Ooh. That sounds delightful, my friend. I do love a good mystery. It's always difficult setting up mysteries for players because you don't know, like, are they going to miss the obvious thing that I have spent so much time preparing? Is it because I've made it too obtuse or we're not on the same wavelength? It can be careful. Or you have to be careful. You need to make sure the breadcrumbs are in the right place, but I'm sure you've got plenty of prep up and going. There's no mystery to what we're doing here, though. Glorious combat. Straight back in. To the mausoleum. Now, there's a good section of 40k books that are set more around like mystery and intrigue than it is straight up, you know, fighty, shoot. Oh, of course. We start on the heretic side. There it is. Those servants of the false god. Every time. I mean, from description alone, AJ, it sounds like that would fit the bill. In terms of helping figure stuff out. Nice. Pull the point back for him. Saw you, stealthy.
Imperial Nazis assault our territory.
Oh, I was turned. No, it was a grenade. I was not turned around. Drive them back. Bit early on your grenade, friend. Okay. See you sneaking. Friend went down, but he got him. They got him.
Imperial Nazis assault our territory.
And contest it. I'm heading to the next one.
I can foul the air. New objective point found. Imperial Nazis assault our territory. Dark gods reign here. Dark gods reign here.
Oh, got him.
Imperial Nazis assault our territory.
Oh, as if.
Imperial Nazis
Too impatient.
assault our territory.
I can foul the air.
Well, it sounds, AJ, like you've got quite the mix going in. I wish you the best of luck with it. Let's get back to the point.
Imperial Nazis assault our territory.
Help, friend. There we go. Sorted.
Servants of the corpse god claims the objective.
They're always doing that.
Servants of the corpse god claims the objective.
Oh, I love it. We got the spin move.
Servants of the corpse
Starting to actually work the spin move in now. Really enjoying it.
Scanner primed. Reveal all to me.
Oh, from underneath. Interesting use to the scanner.
Imperial Nazis assault our territory. Servants of the corpse god claims the objective. Imperial Nazis assault our territory.
Kinda whiffed it there, but I got away with it. Oh, that was just out of line of sight.
Imperial Nazis assault our territory.
Love seeing that though. They didn't have a bulwark, and then suddenly, in the face of the shield, a shield they bring.
Servants of the corpse god
Oh, I see. Got him with it. I'll take that. Because that leaves it open to all kinds of stuff for you. Don't have to be too
territory.
tied to maybe some stuff that, say, a Space Marine or others a little more stringent would have to comply with.
Imperial Nazis assault our territory.
Oh, they had someone up on the ledge.
The objective.
Very sneaky. That's a good tactical Marine. Well played.
Assault our territory.
The key claims one of our
Nazis
own.
assault our territory.
Get back on it. Oh, I can cancel it. Wait a minute. That changes the whole move. That makes it way better if I can cancel the input. We're still learning. Even on this, our last day here. I can do it after the spin, before the ground pound. My goodness.
Assault our territory. New objective point found.
Knew they had me there.
Servants of the corpse god claims the objective. Imperial Nazis assault our territory.
Straight back to it.
Servants of the corpse god
Oh,
claims
dear.
the objective. Imperial Nazis assault our territory.
Poor time to reload, friend. He did it! Did the spin in revenge! I respect it. I'm not the only one. The people know. You'll see more spin on the bulwark. That makes me very happy. Sounds like a decent inn there, AJ. Some fun stuff. Questions to be answered. I'm sure you've got many a devious plot to consider. Hey, frag grenade. Not crack grenade, that's the other one.
New objective point.
We get it in a single second, though. There it is. Start off the evening strong. Solid across the board. I think everyone fought pretty well there. I do want to actually make use of these cosmetics we got, though. We'll see if we can get a loyalist game. And hold there. I think my biggest point of pause for trying to do a 40k RPG, either DMing or engaging with, is just knowing there is so much... God damn it. There is so much background lore and technical knowledge. I feel it'd be quite scary. Unless you played a character who does not care about any of that. That's always a way around it. And for D&D and any other tabletop as well. Hey up. Where did the shot come from? Wall. I think that's more than enough for your first session. Knowing many groups, or at least mine back in the day, the first 2 on that list of yours will probably be 3 hours. If you don't manage to... Always the issue I have. If you don't push people along sometimes, you end up getting stuck somewhere. I think that was some of my early learnings that I wish I'd had more time to implement. Gotta keep the ball rolling. Alright, no, you're right, you're right. It's just that fear, you know. Nice. Ooh, kept going. Of a close game. At the end of the day, if you're in a group of people who you have fun with and you trust, you can have a good time. 9.9 times out of 10, you can have a good time. Oh, that's what stunned me from behind. Not stunned, staggered me a little bit, was taking a thunder hammer to the back of the spine. I appreciate the offer, bub. Don't know if I can spare too much of the time at the moment, but I'll bear it in mind, certainly. It's very kind of you. Get flagged, friend. Nice, good clean up. I got the grenade off. Could be doing better. Could be doing better.
New objective point found.
Got help, Mr. Krabs.
Imperial Nazis assault our territory.
Nice flank from the heavy there. Got right behind them all, did him in. Beautifully done. Oh, the assault landed on me. Could not then dodge the grenade.
I overflow with unbrought spite.
Oh good, bring it to the front, friend. Bring it to the front. Pulling away from him. No, I didn't get him. I just knew, I felt like he was going to do the thing. He was going to do the ground pound and I was going to be in a lot of bother.
Objective point found. Imperial Nazis assault our territory.
I'm glad to hear you all have such a good time, AJ. It's lovely to hear.
God's reign here.
Ah, I do miss it.
Imperial Nazis assault our territory.
Ooh, yeah, cheeky beggar. They just decided to stand there while I did me work. Shouldn't have dashed.
Imperial Nazis assault our territory.
Diseased flesh never dies.
He knows. He's watching for when I pop my shield down. 4, 3, 2, 1, move.
Servants of the corpse god claims the objective.
Might be able to catch someone out on the swing. It's fair enough, but my humour's less than, well, not quite macabre. But if you're all on the same wavelength, it does wonders.
The flame father sent
Oh dear. Just walked up and did him. Mind the grenades. Excuse me, that grenade landed on the crate above my head.
transcends
I don't know about that one, game. That feels a little jammy to me.
Corpse god claims the objective.
Don't you like it? It's a mean grenade. Surely it can't have been intentional.
Imperial Nazis assault our territory.
didn't notice in time. I should have. And my health was going.
Claim the objective.
I am not yet ripe enough to contaminate all.
I don't want him to be that ripe. Thank you. He's pretty ripe already.
New objective point found.
Our toll grows higher.
Ooh, a nice jump pack. Beautiful work. As if he got a shot in. I mean, they did get a shot in. I'm down.
Red pestilence, pus, and
I think if the two in between's the hand HA, it's a pretty decent pendulum to swing across. Not exactly polar opposites, but in terms of comedy ends. I slapped right in the middle of Mr. Krabs there. I just want a loyalist game. That's all. I just want to do my fancy armor, then I'll start beating other classes, I swear. I love how immediate these are. It's not even hitting quick match, it's hitting any mode and just in. I think that's a fantastic way to have it, bub. Ah, is the setting applicable in this situation? Dink! Fail. We might have a server issue here. It's stuck on the starting mission button. Which is new. Let's have a gander at some cosmetics while it figures itself out.
Perhaps my next pilgrimage to Olympus once will free me from the level.
It will not. Your rebellious flesh must always hold on. No, I already had the last one, and I've got it equipped. Odd game. Wait, it's still doing the thing. Why? What has not been looked at, game? There was another shield. Oh, and this one's a full skeleton with the hourglass and the... It's a bit much for me, game. I prefer it a little more. A little less bone. Don't mind a little bit, but a whole ass skeleton slapped on the front of your shield just seems like it's going to get kicked off. Give me my Space Marine game. Don't know if I can take 2 hours of Servant of the Corpse God claiming the objective. See what we get. I'm not, AJ. I'm not. There was a skeleton on the shield. Listen. It was perfectly literal. No, the music came in and then stalled. Come on, game. Figure it out. There we go. Maybe in past days I've been a little unfair. There is still iconography and stuff covered everywhere. Yes, we got it. Somebody else went Bulwark, but I'm doing it at least the one. Now we've done 2 games of Bulwark. Someone needs to be a tactical marine on the field. I love my Bulwark, but we need to mix... Oh, hang on. Now we've got 2 snipers and 2 heavies. Hang on. Need a bit more in the fray. Evening, Silver Knight. Not doing too well. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well this evening. Or whichever time zone you're in. Right. We don't get our fancy shield, hawk helmet and sword, but sometimes we have to try and make that sacrifice for the team. Well, we blinded some people, but they kept looking upwards and kept firing their guns. I was expecting them to just panic, but I guess people are getting a feel for it now.
The traitors attack our terrain.
Two of them. I got one. Go on, get the other. Get him. Get him. Yes.
By the Emperor's grace, I fight again.
I'm all right. Wouldn't say not well. We're glad to hear you're doing good. Just been a little poorly on my end, but I'm all right. I noticed it on yesterday's stream and the morning's WoW stream. Like, my audio was way quieter than usual. And no settings had changed. It was just my voice was quieter, so I'm trying to put a little more pep in right now. There'll be no pep with some lead between me eyes. I mean, this map feels more like it was once a church, and then they just started putting ammunitions here. There is iconography everywhere, though. I feel I've been a little unfair to it. Shouldn't have dodged, should have blocked again and I'd have lived. How we doing? We still got a bulwark. It's fine. Metal Gear. I'm a pretty decent fan of Metal Gear. I never played many of them myself. I played through Phantom Pain. I watched playthroughs of Solid 1 and 2. You're a fan of Giant Bomb if memory serves, when Dan Riker and Drew Scanlon went through. So it was like an intro experience for me as well. And a friend of mine, who's a giant fan of the series, said, how about we just play the next one ourselves? And so we started going through 3 together and then 4. And it was a hell of a journey. I had a great time with him. And 5, while I let down on the story, was a ridiculous time in terms of gameplay. But yeah. Not like a diehard fan, but do appreciate it. Nah. We still have a shield. We do. I want a shield. We need someone to be able to jump in. Am I the only... Oh, we have another one. Hang on. Who hasn't got... Wait. Oh, I was looking at the wrong symbol. It's fine.
The arch enemy has defiled the objective.
I missed. Still got him, it's fine. Ooh. That was good. We both got to the air, but they knew to turn and shoot me before I landed. Oh. The church with a munitions department sounds very dangerous. But if it makes sense in that regard, fair enough.
The traitors attack our terrain.
I'm not moving fast enough. I should have used my jetpack dash. Get out of dodge there.
Our allies are halfway done.
Refreshed for the war effort.
The traitors attack our terrain. Warrior of Ultra. The arch enemy
Oh, he went and took it.
defiled the objective.
That's fine. I forgot I changed to the heavy gun.
Objective locus updated.
Nope.
Reloading magazine.
I jumped straight into another person. Back to it.
Astartes down. Shall sing of his valor. The traitors attack our terrain.
Just need to play smarter with assault.
This is Imperial territory.
And that helped. Oh, I love the sound of this pistol. Sneak. That Night Lord has my number. He followed me straight up and back down.
So the battle lines I am sunk. Glory is within our grasp. Avenge our fallen.
I remember the Sisters' battle from, again, just looking through army lists and models. Seemed like good stuff. Not that the lore behind it, though. I know their army got a redo about the time I stopped purchasing and engaging with the game, so
Focus updated.
curious to see.
Imperial thunder release. The archenemy has defiled.
Has my number. Oh, just knocking me down and down.
The traitors attack.
We're still winning overall. I mustn't let it get to me. I mustn't get salty. There is a better assault out there, and there always is. There's always someone out there who can play the video game better than you. Nope, I have another one as well. Aha! No! I thought my swing would go through. That was ridiculous, though. Jump, 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 counter jump, counter jump. Not very silly. It didn't land. The hammer almost hit the floor. Almost.
This is Imperial territory.
Yes, I think that was a pretty common sentiment that their models needed some work. But I know they weren't the only faction that was in desperate need of some help, to be fair. I saw him and knew it was coming.
Traitors attack our terrain. By the Emperor's grace, I fight again.
We have it though. Ah. Still loads more to learn on the other classes. I'll have a play around with a few. Plenty of unlocks for each of them as well. Not on the enemy idle either. It's a shame, they had some good players on there. I think they'd have done fine. What did we get, Armory? Some armor. And it was... hands. Oh, just with some skulls along the fist. Sure. We lost a good old chunk of Marine. Oh, I remember loads of old metal models being a nightmare. The old Lord of the Rings one, like one of the first Nazgul they had. The big serpentine main bit was made out of metal. The wings were plastic. trying to get it to stick together, to start with, was a nightmare that me and my dad were sat holding the damn thing for hours for. And every time it even gently fell over, the wings would bing right off. And then you'd have to sit for another set of hours trying to get them to... all the Lord of the Rings stuff is even more cramped than the 40k and fantasy stuff just in a box now. It's like a mumma kill in there. So many metal models. And when the metal models had like the imperfections, like the bit of oh, what was it? You know when they had like a bit of metal kind of stuck out that shouldn't be, and you either had to snip it off, file it down, and sometimes you got a metal model and it was covered with them, and you were just like, "Oh, this wasn't worth the ridiculous price I just paid." Goddamn metal heavy models. Some of them were genuinely dangerous as well. It felt like though, very spiky. Like you could commit dangerous acts with such a thing. Livers, yes. Nasty business. At least on plastic it's easier to deal with, but my goodness. They were better paint as well. In fact, I know they had some redeeming qualities. I remember reading at the time some folks were like, "Oh, they're taking away our metal." Oh, I saw him a moment too late.
The tide of battle has turned in our favor.
Get me back in there. Closing the gap.
Where'd the other one go?
Deploying shock.
The artillery have to fire the objective.
Magazine in.
He just started shooting as I came in. I wasn't aware of that. Thank goodness Imperial Guard never had giant plastic tanks. I'm sure there was one at some point maybe, but thank goodness.
Our brother is dead.
The resins worked really well for him.
This is Imperial territory. The traitors
moved.
attack our terrain.
Okay. Time to go for revenge. Oh, no. Shouldn't have gone around their spawn. Should have taken a safe path and gone a long way around.
The traitors attack our terrain.
My payback will not be pretty.
He says that.
Dragon blind.
Is there always one behind me? As if. It's those spinny knife swings. They don't seem to have the best of
Traitors
hitboxes.
attack our terrain.
I feel upset by it though.
Trying to teach them fear. Tether unbound.
This is Imperial territory. The traitors attack our terrain.
I missed him. Even if I had hit him, the grapple wouldn't have stunned.
We have to file the objective.
I'm glad to hear it wasn't the whole thing at least.
I get to even the death toll today.
That'd have been heavy as all hell.
Traitors attack our terrain.
Smoking out magazine.
The traitors attack our terrain. This is Imperial
Finally,
territory.
revenge. Still got me. Very cheeky.
My payback will not be pretty. The traitors attack our terrain. This is Imperial territory. The traitors attack our terrain.
Can't see up that corner.
Traitors attack our
What are we
terrain.
doing on classes? We are missing a player. 2. Okay.
Get me back in there. The arch enemy has defiled the objective. Closing the gap. Objective locus updated. The traitors attack our terrain.
Oh, he just kept shooting. Oh, tactical friend. And then they were murdered too.
The traitors attack our terrain. The traitors attack our terrain. I will avenge you, brother. The arch enemy has defiled the objective. The arch enemy has
Grenade. Saw it, but a moment too late.
time to teach them fear.
Nice. He killed the sneak.
Traitors attack our terrain.
I got robbed there. The grapple was on him, and then the grapple said,
Traitors
no.
attack our terrain. Whom do I have to kill to get a good fight around? The arch enemy has defiled the objective.
It's an interesting respawn line, considering you've just been done. Presumably, you're having a good fight. I think I'd have won that shootout if I kept firing and didn't panic dodge at low health.
United, we bring glory. Objective locus updated. Into the maw of death. The traitors attack our terrain. This is Imperial territory. The traitors attack our terrain. This is Imperial territory. Inserting
Okay. Bit of a weird exchange, but it worked out.
The traitors attack our terrain.
Can't just spray and pray once you're blind. That's a very dangerous tank if it takes out a whole squad of Terminators in one blow. That's terrifying. I would have been pretty sad. Okay, can we get round the side and make something of it?
Our terrain.
Not on that low health. I want to change the bulwark, but they're all taken.
I get to even the death.
I gotta resist the urge. We gotta play a game as at least one of each class this evening. Really? Oh.
Objective
One more
locus
dodge maybe, and that
updated.
would have been a full round enough.
My payback will not be pretty.
Get him rolling around.
The traitors attack our terrain. Stunning them.
like parried a couple of swings.
Time to teach.
People are really starting to get a feel for it, especially in the melee. More people are blocking, more people are doing the charged hits, and even the fancy moves like the sword spin we saw on the power sword.
Has to fire the objective.
Oh, it's the mace fella from before.
Get me back in there.
So many explosions. I'm trying to block and I'm failing.
Whom do I have to kill to get traitors?
I wonder if the parry timing's similar to the campaign, where if you nail it, that's what gives you the stun. It's not guaranteed each time. Very dangerous indeed, HG. Very dangerous indeed.
Not be pretty.
Even if it's not going as well on the assault. For the last one, we got to try each class again at least once. Been playing so much Bulwark, and I do love it. I missed! It's the problem with the grapple. You have to aim it and then you have to not bloody flick your camera at all. You have to be on it, hope they don't move, then get the kick. I wonder how people are feeling about the nerf to it. I've not landed it enough to be sure. Nope, done it again.
The traitors attack our terrain.
Dead.
The arch enemy has defiled the objective. Time to teach. The traitors attack.
Feels if you're on your own on the Vanguard. Which is odd for the name Vanguard, which usually I'm going in alone at the front. Feels like you really need other folks to make it do something. Trying to block his arm while being shot at. Oh, it's a horrendous showing. Oh. Probably, I don't know, between this and the assault, they're both in a similarly rough spot for me. It's probably tactical and heavy. And then the cloak does alright, but I think that's more for how strong that cloak is than anything else.
The arch enemy has defiled the objective.
Excuse me. Oh my god! I miss that every time.
Whoever slays an Astartes forfeits their life.
Oh, I got away with it. I hate that sniper.
Attack our terrain.
I hate you, Desert Hawk.
The arch enemy has defiled the objective.
Not really, you know, they're just gunning me down. It's fine.
Finished and ready. The traitors attack our terrain.
He was on low health. I should have turned and fired.
The traitors attack our terrain.
Gift of hindsight. Forever my enemy.
The arch enemy has
It's the way these things go, AJ, especially for me. Never getting away with it for long.
the arch enemy has defiled the objective. The arch enemy has defiled the objective.
Get over to the other one, try and get there quickly.
The arch enemy has defiled the objective. The traitors attack our
What?
terrain.
The flanking heavy! That's how it's done. Oh, just makes me want my shield back. I can't, not yet. Not yet.
The arch enemy has defiled the objective.
Asmod. Horrendous play.
The traitors attack our terrain.
Pulling it back as well. That was odd. Hello, team. Heavy hit. Break the guard open. Mind that. Nice team.
Minutes remain. Decimate.
Shot me in the face, but team should get it. It's the crossing bullets on the street. And people rolling around. Oh, not dead. Oh, hello. Now dead.
Objective locus updated.
I pay back you
The traitors attack our terrain.
Yeah, that's done now. By the time we've zoomed in for the kick, they're already firing again. You have to be using it with a team now. It's no longer like, I've caught you out solo and I get the kill.
Enemy has defiled the objective.
not in vain.
Does change the play style quite a lot.
Deploying shock
The archenemy has defiled the objective.
no more.
I'd be safe with a flank. I was not.
The archenemy has defiled the
Do I have
objective.
to kill to get a good fight around here?
Well, on the playlist we have... There's a few different indie games that are in my backlog that I want to get through. I think the next one will be Death's Door,
Traitors attack our
which
terrain.
we play as a little crow, shepherding the souls of the damned in an action-adventure-y, puzzle-y,
Duty remains undone.
The traitors attack
small
our
adventure.
terrain.
Quite the art style. It came out in 2021. Again, just one of those that I never got to.
Enemy has defiled the objective.
There's a few bits and bobs. There's the Clash of Heroes Might and Magic game at some point I want to get to. Remnant 2 I'd love to have another look at.
The traitors attack
Everspace
our
2,
terrain.
because I briefly played the first one, but I feel might as well play the second if I was going to stream one of them. There's a few different roguelikes I've got. Hey. There's an indie game called like Lysander something of Time, where every run your kind of previous life fights out in front of you. So like in an old platform like Super Meat Boy, if you ever played that one, when you'd finish a level, it would show you like every run and all of them dying at the same time kind of thing. It's like that, but you're fighting with your past lives until you have them fighting enough of the level that you can push through it as like a little army. It looked really cool. It didn't get much fanfare. I didn't see too many reviews about it, but that one I was really interested in. So it's probably going to be Death's Door, then that. Then after those two, we will see how much time is left before the end of October. Then it'll either be the 2 DLCs I've got to do for Remnant 2. It won't be a full playthrough because I've played it a lot before I started streaming, but I love that game. Like Dark Souls with guns is how it's fondly referred to. I absolutely love it. I feel like it's a game you'd probably really enjoy. And then I don't know if we'll get a time for a 4th game, but we will see. Those 3 are certainly being the front runners at the moment.
Digestive cartridge.
Then I'm under no illusions Dragon Age is probably going to be pretty big. It's an RPG, they tend to be big. I am not a fan of Silly Sticker. Right, next game. We've played Assault, we've played Vanguard. We need to do a tactical game, a sniper game, a heavy game. And then I'll play Bulgard as much as I goddamn want. We'll see. Unless other people pick them first, you know, that's just the nature of the beast. Right, let's see what people go with. Back in the cathedral. Still my favourite. Even if people, the little gaps you can see, like on the big stairs going down, those two little ledges, people love just standing there and shooting. At the cost of, you know, doing objectives or going with your teammates. It's just, let's all stand on the window. Ledge. Windows may be a bit generous. Right, let's see where everybody goes. Double sniper immediately. Let's go for the heavy. Don't do this to me, game. Don't 2 sniper, 2 heavy, 1 tactical. Certainly add it to the list, AJ. Absolutely.
Bring honor to the chapter, brothers.
Oh, yay in the chat. Welcome to the stream. That they were. Nightmare. Yes, yes, mixing the metal and the plastic and trying to get a specific glue that wouldn't it just slip and slide off. And I was too young to know how to pin anything at that point. Oh dear, he made a bad choice. Oh, that was messy, but we got it. Well done, team. I'm coming, Larry. Can imagine. In the earliest days were me for all the Lord of the Rings stuff, so I can't imagine what it was like trying to get the smaller, precise bits of the 40k stuff squared away and sorted.
This is Imperial territory.
Enhanced tactic ready.
The traitors attack our terrain.
Oh, it went down. Still got it. It's a pretty commanding lead. No, shield didn't quite come back up in time. Thought it might.
Objective locus updated.
To the next one.
The traitors attack our terrain.
Oh, the multi-melter. Very nice to see in action.
Iron Halo, one line.
Seems to work real well. You gotta be close, but my god.
The traitors attack our
Sorry,
terrain.
friend. I saw you drop down. I do apologise. You were seen. You're just blowing them up.
Casualty confirmed.
Get behind me.
Iron Halo.
I'm blind.
The traitors attack our terrain.
Get him, grenade. Yes.
Redeploy for combat.
Oh, I remember that for the Lizard Men. That was one of my early armies.
Iron Halo ready.
My old metal slam piece is still in there. In the box somewhere. The plastic base snapped and like the bottom bit of it that would stick into the metal model got stuck in there. Like real deep. So I just ended up using a load of green stuff. And I made the whole base like a giant tree trunk. Kind of sit him in on top of it. It's the heavy bolt of silver. And it is glorious. The heavy is the one you want with the big stuff. Heavy bolter might as well be a minigun. You also get some heavy plasma cannons and the multi-melter shotgun kind of... How do I describe multi-melter? Like a plasmid shotgun lava blast face. AJ can describe it better than me. That's...
The traitors attack our terrain.
Iron Halo, one line.
We also have a pistol if we need to whip it out on occasion, but...
Glory is within our grasp.
He's got his corners. He's got the multi-melter there. Very decked out heavy. Ooh, flanked. We don't have a bulwark on the team. It's triggering me. I think that's fair to play, yay. The wiser option. Pod this metal frog. What's his, no, not Lord Croak, what was his name? Krokgar on his Carnosaur. That metal bugger was a nightmare. So jealous of the new modern model for it. With all the plastic and customization options. Phew. Oh, nearly.
Objective locus updated.
I had to stick two, like, coins to the front of the base to stop it from falling over constantly. It was a nightmare. Oh, well done on mastering the heavy. I'm still figuring it out. Bulwark is the way I have gone with his shield and whatnot. And I also find assault pretty hard. I try not to go on the Games Workshop website often. Just because of, you know, the temptation that sets in. But yeah. He does have a plastic, and it's like one of them multi-boxes. So you can either make him as Krokgar or a Saurus Lord on a Carnosaur. And there's a few other options in there. Yeah. All plastic as far as I'm aware. They've gotten rid of most of the metal stuff in recent years. Got it all plastic. Oh, I remember those. I never got any, but I remember looking at them going, that's going to be a nightmare. Ooh, it just... That shock grenade. AJ saying the heavy bolter is like a modern day 50-point machine gun. The assault cannon is the minigun. The smaller ones, I had some of them. Cold ones, yes, you are absolutely right. I'm pretty sure the Dark Elves had those as well, which made it confusing. Oh, hey! I did some work. You love to see it. Right, if somebody leaves the squad, I might have time to run to the bathroom before the next game. Go on, somebody leave. Give me the opportunity. They don't want to, but it's still a 45-second. I'm going to do it! I absolutely agree on that heavy bolter point, though. It did need to be a little chunkier. Oh, and we just made it. Oh, I can't be the sniper or the tactical. Well then. Only briefly, AJ. Only briefly. Oh. Arriving precisely when I mean to. You've been in enough of these streams, AJ. You know I'm a little much on my bio breaks. I try not to be, but medical conditions and all that. Cut a long story short. Let's get back in. Now, it was out of my hands this game. 2 people picked tactical, 2 people picked sniper, so I'm more than happy to pick up the shield. There's a stealth on here.
This is Imperial territory.
Our brother's gene seed will live on.
Holding it. Oh no, I'm going to sneeze. I can feel it coming. But I'm holding a controller.
The traitors attack our terrain.
Shouldn't have dodged. Should have kept blocking, but I panicked. Oh, bit of chug. Bit of chug on our jump, friend. Oh, a bit lag in general. Oh dear. Oh no, someone yeeted themselves with a grenade. You hate to see it.
This is Imperial territory.
It ran in away.
The traitors attack our terrain.
Had backup from above. I wanted to do me spin attack, god damn it. Too eager for it now. Now I know it can work. Far too eager for it. Pretty happy with the fashion of the bulwark. Now I've got it all though. Picked a sword, picked a plasma cannon, pistol. We got cloth and seals flopping everywhere. It's fantastic. Not the biggest fan of my shoulder pad, but they don't have kind of the ornate designs also being plain. Oh, and behind. Being shot from 3 directions. Oh, he didn't see him either. Sneaky beggar around that corner. Now, I don't know about adding kill streaks to this game. I feel like they're already in a pretty trepidatious spot in balance where the main thing keeping it in check is that a lot of the classes actively counter each other. I think adding a dreadnought, whilst really cool, might be a problem. I think if they had a separate game mode that was more all-out war. You can't dodge the 3rd swing. Which was more like an all-out war mode with more players. Maybe you could do it there, where the battlefield was a little more hectic and a little bigger. I know they had a... I'm pretty sure the first game had something with a dreadnought. It might have been something in the horde mode. I can't quite recall. Revenge. Double revenge. Kinda like a chivalry type mode, yeah. Now that's a fun game. I only ever played the tutorial in a few matches. It was free on the Epic Game Store at 1 month. I downloaded it. That's certainly a game I'd look forward to giving a stream at some point in the distant future. Seemed like a very silly old time. Had a friend who swore by it as well. It was like once we started winding round For Honor, kind of introduced me to Mordhau and went, this is kind of the similar vibe, but a little more swingy and silly. Oh dear, you again, Night Lord. But given the success of the game, and that they've said nearly every gameplay thing, apart from maybe story DLC, would be free, we know on the roadmap they gave out there's like a horde mode coming at some point by the end of the year. They were pretty quick getting the ultra-wide in before the end of September. We'll have to see. Oh, nice team. That was some lovely cleanup.
Our allies are halfway done.
We both went down. Didn't even see him. They do need to nerf that goddamn shot grenade.
Focus updated.
It's what Night Lords are good at, right? He's doing his job.
Traitors attack our terrain.
Not like I can attach a second shield to my back and pray to the Emperor.
The traitors attack our terrain.
Revenge.
Lockdown sector.
Ooh, he caught me with the backswing. He's in the wide swing for the power sword, which I have not found much use for.
Restores to combat readiness.
Maybe he does a bit more damage, but I don't know if that's a decent trade-off against the speed and the range of like the thrusts on it. And the spin attack does well enough when we're not trying for those. We can cancel it with a block as well, so. Oh, ow, 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 ow. Couldn't he get it? Realised I had no team coming and I had to try and summon. Alright, next zone will be up next. Yep.
Enemy has defiled the objective.
Move it around. Make sure we're not going to be flanked.
Objective locus updated.
Larry, you're out there. Yeah, Larry's just doing sniper things. He's fine.
The traitors attack our terrain.
There's Mace.
This is Imperial territory.
Yes, get shot. That's the problem with reloading. Should have swapped to his pistol, he'd have got us. That multi-metal from Loyal is just ridiculous.
This is Imperial
Oh
territory.
dear. Mid-jump.
The traitors attack our terrain.
It's one of those things where if a game hits at a certain point, then people who've never seen it before will just be introduced. It's like what Baldur's Gate did for D&D. Love to see it. It just brings us all together in one joyous nerddom. And the Warhammer community, for the most part, seems to be just open arms. Get more people in, get more people playing and enjoying the story, the books, the games. Maybe they'll make more good games. Look at these two. Use a heavy attack. That's right, teammates should be able to clean them up. Feels like you don't have too many options when there's more than one on you as the bulwark. You've got your shield up. Shield bash doesn't necessarily do... Like, if it knocked people back, maybe that'd be a bit too much. But currently, I really don't see myself using... Unless I want a quick hit, I don't see myself using the shield bash much. Oh, Thunder Hammer. That Mace fella. Have my number for games now. I got a commanding lead on him though, so I'm not sweating it too hard.
Renewed and unbroken. I awake. The arch enemy has defiled the objective.
The more I see my power sword, the more I think I made the right choice. I didn't need it to be super ornate and gold. Let's run around that corner. Then teammates were dead. The lack of eyes in the back of my skull. Great selling point, AJ.
Regardless of price. The traitors attack our terrain.
Well, again, you take a game like this, and then there's talks of more and more live action stuff. Mr. Cavill really trying to get that ship going. If they can manage it, and if they can do it well, it's only going to get bigger. We know it's really taking off in America now, is the tabletop game. It's in, you know, the figures and whatnot. I imagine that also, you know, as the ship comes up, all things rise. There'll be more people playing every aspect of them. Could have swung again. Health was too low. Wasn't paying attention.
Was this planet worth such a toll? The arch-enemy has defiled the objective. Death! I expunge you from my bones. The traitors attack our terrain. The arch-enemy has defiled.
It always runs a risk, yay. It always runs a risk. Because you have to remember, they do have to adapt things in a way where A, you can pull in a more general audience, and B, you have to fit a runtime. You know? You have to make it digestible to some extent. That means they're not going to be able to go into huge amounts of stuff. Now, I'm a pretty casual 40k fan. I played some tabletop back in the day. I've read a few codexes. I've read a couple of, like maybe 4 of the books. Something like that. My knowledge is very surface level, but I still enjoy it a lot. And the more I learn about it, the more I enjoy it. I think one day I'd love to have a full-on library of all the books. Same again with these two. Oh, grenade did him though. Nicely done, loyal. But the problem with that, AJ, as we've seen with the Witcher series, you can have that in, but if other people higher up are like, I don't necessarily think we're going with you, you can get overruled and put down. Aye, he speaks very openly about it. Hey, the victory. To be fair, for those who disagreed with Cavill for, say, the Witcher stuff, I never watched the last season. I just haven't got around to it. And the new season where he's not a part of it, we don't know how good that's going to be until it comes out or not. It's a shame it's not going ahead with him, but those stories won't get known in the public for God knows how long. I will be cautiously optimistic. It depends which story they want to adapt more than anything else. It's probably going to be somewhat with Space Marines, because that's your main selling point for Games Workshop. That's where most of their money comes from. But there's plenty of options, and plenty of books as frameworks that people love. We know the devs behind this game said it went well above and beyond their expectations sales-wise. So not only is it getting more support, but they are actively considering things for a 3rd game in the series. Unless something horrendous happens, the ball's going to keep rolling up. And that's always a good thing. I mean, look what happens when you do it right. You look at League of Legends and you look at Arcane, right? I love League of Legends lore. Hated playing the game for the most part. Had some fun with it, but, you know... But Arcane was a brilliant piece of work that could stand on its own. To the point where it's kind of having problems where they're now trying to redo loads of lore to now fit Arcane as the main lore, and they're still a little higgledy-piggledy on that. But it just goes to show when you do it right that you can drive engagement to your IP. And keep pushing good stories forward. Let people explore these characters, have a good time. Oh, I wouldn't worry about that, yay. They are definitely doing more to this game. Before, it was just, we're going to support it with free content, new modes, new classes, new weapons, etc, etc. Now they're thinking, we'll maybe do some story DLC or an expansion DLC. Any third game talks are like early, not even pre-production, just ideas on a chalkboard. They certainly want to do a lot more with this game first. So I wouldn't worry about that. It's just changed the future pipeline, from what I understand. They've been pretty candid about it. I like just about everything he said in the interview, apart from that one bit where he was like, we're not pushing an agenda. And I was like, if you're not pushing an agenda, you don't have to say we're not pushing an agenda, because now you are pushing one. Silly bugger. But they seem to give a lot of love to the franchise. And in other interviews thereafter, he said stuff like, we know we didn't handle some things well. We know we didn't handle the interest or the introduction of chaos as well as we could have. Playing Sniper this game, just to knock it off the list. Like, they've already been open to criticism and are eager to continue things going forward. Eldar would be really cool. Necrons, I think, as AJ says, though, is most likely. Just because of the teasers in the campaign. It feels like you wouldn't do that unless you had some plans. Honestly, I was a little peeved that not a single Necron showed up in the campaign. I was like, you've put this in here. Surely we're going to have, bare minimum, a villain in a cutscene being like, and we, the Necrons, are here. You know, something to tease them, but no. It just seems like a no-brainer, I don't know. It's like, if you're going to hang the shotgun over the mantelpiece... Oh, he whipped out his shield fast enough. If you're going to put the shotgun over... I know there's a writing term for it, but you put an object in a scene, at some point, someone's going to use said object. Oh, they fell off! Did you see that? The poor bugger. Too busy sleeping. Necrons. Oh no, AJ, I completely understand that. But by saying we're not doing that, rather than just saying, like, when he said we wanted to just make a good game and that's it, to then say, and we're not pushing one, is then actually doing modern day politics. That's then saying, oh, we're not part of all this politic, we're the ones who stand against that politic. Which I just feel like, it's not a huge thing. I just feel it undermined his point a little bit. At least from my perspective. Get shot. Nope. I really like, the sniper in general, I'm terrible with. But having this little machine gun means I can just spray and pray and enjoy myself. And also be sneaky. Nope.
The traitors attack our terrain.
Look, it's clear with every aspect of the game that they know their 40k stuff, they really care about the lore, and they want to do right by it, and they were open to criticism. So it only speaks to good things for the future. Stealth's gonna run out. That's what you get, Mace, for all your times jumping on me. I'll be honest, AJ, I think that term gets thrown about way too much. I think people see a character of colour or a woman and then just start talking shit. Like, that happens too much. It's not forced inclusion when inclusion hasn't been a thing for decades. You know? There are cases we can, you know, actually argue when it's appropriate or not. But people love to just say it the moment they see a character that's different. And that's what pisses me off. Necrons did. Absolutely got the shots there. Like, you introduce it as like, it feels like more like a bit of fan service than it does. By the way, this is a whole faction in this universe. This is a whole thing that exists. These giant pyramids down here mean something. You know, for a general fan who doesn't know 40k, they don't know what a Necron is. They don't know nothing about our Egyptian Terminator friends. Skeletons. They're just going to see all this architecture and these weird robots and go, huh, weird robots. Whereas it could be something... You could tease that a little more, you know? You could, like, give a little bit of summit. Maybe even, like, a... What was it? An after-credit scene. You know, even just an after-credit scene where one of those pyramids turns green.
Swapping magazine. Full specs trying.
Oh. I'm afraid I don't mean which story you mean. Like, I know Necrons have a lot of books and a lot of lore. I don't know the specifics these days with, like, their current story. Is it somewhat recent or within the game, their story?
When one falls, we all rise.
Again, forgive me, I do tend to get rambly. Especially if I get the wrong end of the stick and go off on one. Nope. Nope, that's all death over there. Didn't see me. The model bump into each other. Well, you're welcome to, AJ, but that's how I see it. The one WoW video I put up that had more dislikes was likes than likes was the one that had a black woman in it. Like, it's early days for me on YouTube. But that was like a moment where very little of my stuff gets likes or dislikes anyway. But that one video, it was like, oh, even at this point, small channel, it can just, you know, click of the fingers. Their background, are sexually promised something, then losing their bodies and forced to go to sleep. I see. I see. I just wish I knew more. Again, 40k is so dense and there's so much to learn. Mace regretting swapping from Assault to Vanguard.
I am a phantom of death. The traitors attack our terrain.
In the back. Yep, yep, yep. Oh no, we're still lit up by them, that's why we're glowing orange. Yep, they know I'm here. They know I'm here. Can I risk it? Can we risk it?
Camelio line cloak ready.
He saw me. He saw me. No. No. We got one. And then we're away again. He saw me. Like, just as I rounded his corner. I'll bear the name in mind, yay, I'll bear the name in mind. That's someone who deep dives the lore and stuff.
Once more. Objective locus updated. A brother falls.
Well, I tend to think people, AJ, who kind of harp on about a lot of that are also putting people in boxes. You are not in this box. You are therefore in the other box, and you're forcing yourselves in. That tends to be the discussion. Even in places where it has no place. Like, there's a game, Tales of Kinzera Zal, a fella called Abubakar Salim has made, dealing with, like, culture he's from his father passing away. The main character's black. He and his dad were black. And people were having a go at him for doing forced inclusion. It's like, it's his game to make. You know, it just, a lot of it seems to make little to no sense to me and speaks to something else beneath than any genuine criticism. Something like the Assassin's Creed game, I think there are things to be discussed there. Like with Yasuke and all that, it's like, well, didn't you want a Japanese main character for the one set in Japan when all the other games have had characters based on the culture they're in? But the problem with that is, a lot of people saying that then went and gave them shit when they did Bayek in Egypt. And just started being racist to that dude. Sandra being like the female character for the Greece one. She was given shit for being a female, and she was way better voiced than the male dude. No shame at the voice actor. Her writing was just delicious stuff. He was added down the line because of that criticism. So I think it's, again, I trust from all the times we've talked, you can have a nuanced discussion about it, AJ, but I think a lot of people who engage with that tend not to and fall back on buzzwords and really base arguments, and it's frustrating in a place where we can just, video games are so expansive and can be anything, where people can have a great time, a great story, a fun game, all of it. Doesn't have to be at each other's throats for trying to do something more. At least from my perspective. We've had nearly 40-50 years of the industry being one kind of main character. I don't think that's controversial to say. That's just the history of it. The moment things start changing, people can be very quick. Be like, that's not me. And I always feel like, well, all those other folks and minorities haven't had someone they can point at when playing the game and go, that's me. I can be me on the screen. I think that's so valuable. For more people that love games, love Warhammer, love nerddom, it's so necessary to have those windows into more experiences, into more lives. The industry itself has been working pretty hard at getting more diversity within their ranks to bring more stories. Because it just makes it more interesting, you know? We get more stories, we get more cool shit. I'll never see what a problem is with that. It just means I get to play more cool shit, you know? And those are excellent examples. I just wish it wasn't so vitriolic so very quickly, so very often. The internet is hardly a place for nuanced discussion. Not that it ever really was, it's just things were less open and forums were more sequestered away rather than front and center. Now everything's front and center, and regardless of which side of an argument you're on, it is people yelling at each other very loudly. Try not to engage in that anymore, I do not. I'm just here to enjoy some good video games. And some bad video games. Well, certainly over the channel there'll be a game I've heard's good or I've heard's worth enjoying and I'll be like, it wasn't for me. And that's fine. We'll cross those bridges when we come to it, but generally, I'm gonna have a positive vibe. Stuff I want to play, want to try, want to get back to. Some genres aside. You won't be seeing a Tarkov stream from me anytime soon. I did try Tarkov. I was garbage at it. Far too much patience for me.
Back into the fray.
Or FIFA. That's more of personal bias against football than it is.
Our brother died in valor. The traitors attack our terrain.
Not die of laughter over here. Deep breaths in between the laughter. It's fine.
This is Imperial territory. Scanning.
It's our little tactical scan.
The traitors attack our terrain. Changing magazine. Throwing.
Get him. Yep. Ooh, hey, the flomp down. You gotta love some ragdoll.
Regardless of price. The traitors attack our terrain.
That was a strange animation. See that? He rolled and then kind of tucked, became a line, and then untucked.
The enemy has defiled the objective.
we had a mate come down the stairs. Nice assault. Nice grab. Vanguard, not assault. Still getting them confused. Back in. If he wants to go around the long way, that's fine. Not even long way, I suppose. It's more just getting up top. Okay. Steadily does it. Gonna turn the corner and not get our head blown off. Nope, it's just gonna blow our head off from behind us. Oh, the poor swine missed. I feel for him. I've done that so many times. I'm safe. Don't do it. He did it. He knew. He knew he just had to take a couple steps, and that was me. Pulling it back. Come on, team. Let's get on that point. Go on, shield. Get in there.
The arch enemy has defiled the objective.
I think for most folks it mellows out a bit with age. For most. Anonymity on the internet kind of slows that process, I think. Oh, we got him. Nicely done, shield. Back to it. Back into it. Oh, dear. Everybody went down.
The traitors attack our terrain.
I go around the other way. That sneaker, I see him.
We lost the advantage.
So you're coming. Oh, oh. Come on. Yep. Oh, dear. No. Where was the patience then? Where was taking a moment? Ah, dear. If I'd have paused. Yeah, they're not pushing on the point. Go on, Bulwark. You've got to walk forward with that shield. Yeah, this tactical marine has it. He's got right in there. Nice, Harris. Very nice. They're going to be on these ledges. You watch. Always on these goddamn ledges. Yep. Phew. I have a rifle. You have a pistol. Go on. Look, he's still there. Use the jetpack. Fly. You're not playing Call of Duty. Hit the wall behind him. Oh, behind me.
The traitors attack our terrain.
Alright, see, that's... I feel like in either camp it is that need to put people in boxes. I don't think that's necessarily one side at all. I think that's a lot of people nowadays. It makes life simpler when you can categorize someone in a box and have that. And it means your, you know, your thoughts and feelings about them or what they seem to believe or what they're talking about on the internet can then be validated and can have a yes or no answer, a win and a loss. Didn't finish the reload. Because again, you've got a snippet of human beings behind the screen. There's always more going on. All have aspects to ourselves that are different to different people who know us. The whole human experience, you know? I've never noticed that mural before, by the way. That's like Horus Heresy designs, right? The older helmets and armor. That's a nice little bit of detail. I had to throw mine at him. I couldn't be like, nope, that frag grenade is definitely a frag grenade and it's going to blow me up.
Objective locus updated.
Right, steady as we go.
The traitors attack our terrain. The arch enemy has defiled the objective.
Okay, got him. Ah, no, I've been marked. Plop! Save me.
The traitors attack our terrain.
He still came for me! I have to respect it. Swapped to his pistol, ran in to die, and still got me.
Recovery complete, brothers. Auspex deep scan ready. The arch enemy has defiled the objective.
Aye, I'd hear that, AJ.
Our brother died in valor, not in
If not compromise, at least understanding. Ooh! I understand that Plop wants me. Came for me again. He's gonna stay in that corner.
My duty remains undone.
I need to go back through and get him.
Rally point updated. The traitors attack our terrain.
I Plop. Ah ha ha! My revenge. 'Twas mine.
Commencing Auspex scan. Objective focus updated.
Figured he'd keep going around the side. It's alright, that's 3 of them over here on that point when they should be
The arch enemy
fighting on the... Oh, and then we still lost the point! Fair play, bub. Friends, please. You have the shield, you need to be on the point. More than most, you need to be on this point. Look at Harris, he's doing it.
attack our terrain. This is Imperial territory.
Okay, we're on it, we got it, we got it. Contested where...
Push for dominance. This battle attacks a great. This is Imperial territory.
Ooh, oh, grenade. Curse you, Grenada!
The arch enemy has defiled the objective. Magazine. Activating Auspex in battle. The traitors attack our terrain. The arch
Just hear the angry yell with that hammer. They've got this one.
refreshed for the war effort.
Yep. 3, 2, 1, back. Oh, good fight. Good fight. Oh, hey. The multi-melter for the heavy. That's one of each class, though. You know what that means? Time for more bulwark. Alright, this is all not even taking in generational shifts. Oh, no. It is wired to be... Oh, not wired. Weird to be someone who grew up with the cusp of the internet going from didn't exist to starting to be a thing to now everyone has phones and kids way early have access to it. It's scary stuff. It just makes me wonder what will happen next. What crazy technological thing is going to send us to the dark millennia? Because it can happen overnight. It's crazy. We'll let the heavy try the multi-melter if we get him again. Sure, sure. I will leave it nebulously in my 30s, bub. Just being careful with information. Still early days. Oh, tea very cold. Completely forgot I had a cup of tea. Oh, stone cold. Time for the shield. My apologies. I'd be more direct if the situation was different. I'll leave it at that. Down the line, perhaps. Down the line. I'm so happy to have silly Eagle Face. Ever since we saw him in the campaign, it was like, I better be able to get this for multiplayer. And thank goodness. All free. Free fashion game. That's what I need to see more of. More games need to just have their free rewards be earnable, slow progression, long burn over time, and not have so many amazing cosmetics just to be behind paywalls. Don't get me wrong, that stuff sells, they do it for a reason, and so many people are bought into it's just cosmetics these days. Me, it's like one of the main reasons I play games. It's to look cool. It's to have cool stuff. So when a game respects my time enough to be like, here, you can earn some cool stuff. I hope they continue to do that. I hope the success doesn't make them go, well, now we're just going to do loads of cosmetics and you'll earn nothing for free. Okay, the spin swing did not hit both of them. I was hoping it would hit both of them. Aye, bub. Come on, Doric. Gotta push him off me and you. Oh, from behind! Surprise, Heavy! I nearly had one down. Curse you, Surprise, Heavy. They had someone already moving to the point. Ooh, I dodged it by mistake. Okay. Need quick hits. So we're just in it. Nice. Oh, another one. These are some agile heavies. Oh, Doric, no, got punched.
The traitors attack our terrain.
Engaged.
Oh, way up. Who came from behind? Suddenly there was a knife in me back. This enemy team, not afraid to just get up in my grill. I'm gonna have a whole Word document of these silly quotes, AJ. Give it a year's time, it'll be an extensive document. Oh, he just froze for a moment. That is unfortunate. Barely. What? Did the bullet get stuck on my teammate? I can't tell if the bullets do go through teammates sometimes or not. It seems to change its mind. True madness. There'll be nothing of value in that list. Nothing of value at all. Oh, don't move from behind me then. And now we got heavies flanking either side. Oh dear. Oh dear. I fell around in that corner and was just over.
The traitors attack our terrain.
Back to it. Gotta start pulling it back.
War gear acquired.
I'm coming, you two. I'm gonna get there. Nice.
Imperial territory. Objective focus updated.
There you go. That jump marine doing work. Let's get round to the next one real quick.
The arch enemy has defiled the objective. The traitors attack our terrain. Where shall I plant this flag?
On Primark. Okay, kept him alive. And he kept himself alive more than anything. Stab. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, crack grenade got us both. Nope, frag grenade. That's a frag grenade. The crack grenade nobody uses. Also a red explosion, not a brown one. Oh, nearly fell through the floor.
This is Imperial territory. The traitors attack our terrain. This is Imperial territory. Melter bomb anointed.
A melter bomb? That's bold.
This is Imperial territory.
I've seen one melter bomb. We shot it and killed a teammate. Because I panicked. I didn't know what it was. I just saw a glowing thing on the floor and went, ah!
Throwing stubborn. The traitors attack our terrain.
I should have known his mate was hiding round the other corner. They've been doing really well moving as a heavy pair. Oh, the big zoom in game really wants us to know.
Together, brothers, we conquer
Hi,
all.
which is weird why they do A, less damage than the frag
Traitors
grenades.
attack our terrain.
I just don't get it. Again, at some point they're going to do a balanced pass on the multiplayer stuff. I imagine at the moment they're just waiting for more data and more numbers.
The traitors attack our terrain. This is Imperial territory.
Oh, nice, that worked out. Primark over there doing work.
The traitors attack our terrain.
Okay, we pulled ahead, barely.
The traitors attack our terrain.
Okay, we need to pull back and head to the next one. No point fighting on here. Let's move.
The arch enemy has defiled the objective.
We want to keep the lead. We gotta move.
The traitors attack our terrain.
Ooh. No ammo. Oh, and they brought friends.
The arch enemy has defiled.
I thought to dodge before the jump pack landed on me. There's no getting around all of it though. It's gonna be a close game. Quick sig of us drink as we trudge our way back.
We lost the advantage. The traitors attack our terrain. The arch enemy
and the heavies again, both of them just said, we're just going to walk around everyone and shoot them. That little plasma thrower thing he's got. Weird, because it kind of looks like the little plasma bolts are like grenade launchers. I kind of expected the big plasma cannon to be that hot, you know. Silly sound effects. You know, just a bit more impressive. I'm just contesting it. I beg your pardon. In a bit, AJ. Have yourself a good evening. And enjoy your weekend.
Regardless of price.
What an assault guy. Oh, nope, we're moving around. No. Okay. Don't know if I should have gotten away with that. Didn't know his banner wasn't going to help him though in the melee. Melee goes through the armor pips, so it does not assist. I just took that plasma bolt to the nose.
Renewed, I return to the fray.
Pulling ahead. Still close though. Come on, Frank, shoot him in the butt. Wanking heavy again. They're just doing that super well on the heavy. They're doing exactly what they need to do.
Objective locus updated.
Okay, we had someone on the point at the same time as the enemy. That's a good sign. Hey, even if they lost the 1v1, it's alright. Thunderhammer to my head. Nay. The piles of bodies. They won it though. I swear to God, frag grenades, I had full health and armor. Just took me out. Back to it. Do not be discouraged. Keep going. Fight on.
The traitors attack our terrain.
I'm beginning to hate those grenades. Just a little bit.
We conquer all. Objective locus updated.
Still a pretty close game. cut. Nice. Oh, right. Friend was behind them, not in front of them. It's alright, we pulled ahead with that. Blimey. Go on. Couple more seconds. Go on, team. Oh, it could be over, though. We have to pull it back. Did it. Wow. That was a pretty close call. That was a really close call. Oh my goodness. Everybody fought super hard there. Everyone did it real well. Oh dear. You know what? I think with that, with a decent fight going back and forth, I think we may call the Space Marine there. We've had a grand old time with Space Marine 2, and while it will return on occasion, whether that's new DLC or just spontaneously on a Saturday mayhaps, it has been a great bit of video game. Campaign was a great deal of fun, beautiful set pieces, some excellent like gameplay moments, the Dreadnought like throwing that stone at the dragon, the final boss fight, Calgar dropping down. There was a lot to enjoy there. The co-op seems pretty good. I think a lot better with friends than trying to matchmake in. Do recommend playing it with mates. Grand old time. An Eternal War, I think for me, feels like everything I enjoyed about the first game's PvP without any of the connection issues for the most part, and just able to get in and enjoy a match. No daily quests, no battle pass, no FOMO, just a slow burn progression to work towards, and a great deal of fun to be had. I highly recommend anyone who's going to give the game a go to just jump into the PvP. Have a laugh. It's not that stressful compared to how many set themselves up. It's just a schlocky bit of 360 age fun. Highly recommend. And with that, thank you very much for spending your time, folks, whether you were live or watching down the line. Thank you. If you enjoyed yourselves, hit a like on the video. We get it through to more folks through the algorithm. Subscribe for more content on the channel. We are here weekday mornings with World of Warcraft, and in the evening we play other stuff. I think Death's Door is next on the menu. We'll see where we go from there. So until next time, folks, much love, take care, and bye-bye.
My oath is my shield.
Yeah, we'd be a bit cringy on the way out. Ta-da.